In this quick video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a review of ExpressVPN for Mac users, and I'll also be doing a quick setup tutorial and sharing with you guys how ExpressVPN operates with torrenting, Netflix, and also for changing your IP address. And quickly, just before I get stuck in, if you are looking to get started with ExpressVPN, I do have a massive 49% discount link down below in the video description. Let's get started. Okay guys, so I'm going to dive straight into this video, and as you can see, I have the ExpressVPN desktop app open on my MacBook Pro, and pretty much it's ready to use out of the box. You don't really have to go adjust any settings. It's completely ready to use, which is one of the main advantages of using ExpressVPN. The only thing you really have to change if you want to is the location that you are looking to connect to. So maybe you're looking to watch the different versions of Netflix, or maybe you're looking to connect to a server in your particular city, then you do have that to control. And if you do want to go and adjust that, you can click on these three dots here. And now I have the option of searching for a specific country or city or even region. So just say I want to go watch the American version of Netflix, I can just go and search for the United States. And if I want to select a specific city, I can toggle down and then I can go to the various cities that are available. However, just for the sake of this video, I'm just going to click on the US and then click on the connect button, and that will automatically connect me to the fastest server on the ExpressVPN network. So as you can see guys, we are now connected. So if I want to go and adjust a few of the extra settings in ExpressVPN, that's very easily done by clicking on the hamburger menu. And then I want to go to preferences. And from here, I have a few different options, such as start ExpressVPN whenever I open my laptop or whether I start my laptop up. So this means it's automatically on in the background. You don't always have to turn it on and off. So this will just save you a little bit of time. And then if we go to the protocol, we now have a few different options of selecting different VPN protocols depending on what we'll be using ExpressVPN for. So by default, ExpressVPN puts it on automatic, which I personally use, as they kind of select the VPN protocol depending on what you're using it for, whether that's streaming Netflix, downloading torrents, or just general internet surf. However, if you do want that extra control, you definitely do have that capability here. You've got the UDP OpenVPN protocol, the IKE v2, and a few others. However, in this video, I'm just going to leave it on automatic, as I actually do find that's the best kind of for speed and security. So now that we're connected to a server using ExpressVPN and we've set up the settings, I can now just show you guys a few of the use cases on what you might be using this specific provider for. So the first one I want to show you is that you can actually kind of connect to different versions of Netflix using ExpressVPN. And this is a very commonly asked question that I get on my YouTube channel is, can you use VPNs for Apple computers, as they have very strict security and they're kind of not open to many third-party apps. So I just want to show you guys this. So I'm going to go to my Netflix account, and I'm actually located in Australia, so it kind of puts me to the Australian Netflix. But as I'm connected to a server in the US, I can now see the American version. And just to show you guys an example of this, I'll just go and refresh my browser. And this will go and load me onto the American version of Netflix. And just to show you guys an example of this, I can now go and search for a specific TV show that isn't available in my area, which is The Office. So just go and search for that one. And as you can see guys, I now have access to additional TV shows like The Office, Parks and Recreation, Better Call Saul, and heaps of others as well. So what I'm going to do now is just go do a live speed test with ExpressVPN and just see whether or not they can unblock Netflix, and also to share with you the speeds as well. So I'll just go and click on this one, press play. And from my own experience with using ExpressVPN for watching the different versions of Netflix, it does take around 5 seconds, as you can see right there. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now is just show you how ExpressVPN works for changing your IP address. So if I just go over to this new tab and go to this website which shows you your IP, I'll just click on this one. And as you can see guys, my IP address is located in San Jose in California, even though I'm actually located in Australia. So this really is one of the benefits of using a VPN, as you can kind of change your digital location so you can access different websites, different streaming platforms, and also hide all of your activity from your internet service provider. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is just jump over to a torrenting manager, and I'll just share with you guys the speeds that I'm currently getting with ExpressVPN on my Apple MacBook Pro. So if I just go over to uTorrent, I can go and start this torrent, which is just a free file, which is Ubuntu. So I'll just give this a couple of moments to start downloading. And I'm actually located in Australia, like I said earlier, and our speeds are notoriously slow. Even when compared to the rest of the world, they're just incredibly bad. So that's something to take into consideration. These speeds don't always reflect what you might get with ExpressVPN. And as you can see, guys, my speeds are around 900 kilobytes download per second, and my general speeds for downloading torrents are between 1 megabyte and 1.2. So it definitely is taking a little bit off the top, which is to be expected when using a VPN, but a 10% reduction in speeds really isn't too bad when you're downloading maybe a small file. So as you can see from these various tests, ExpressVPN works incredibly well on MacBook computers for a wide range of uses as well. And again, guys, if you are looking to get started with ExpressVPN, don't forget to check out the massive discount link down below in the video description. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you guys, and hopefully it's cleared up some of the confusion on whether or not ExpressVPN works for MacBooks and kind of how the usability and the functions work. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you. And if you guys have any questions or comments about ExpressVPN, MacBooks, or kind of just connecting these two devices, feel free to comment down below and I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. So as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.